Let's go over how to do the typical regular maintenance on your 5th gen Cadillac Escalade, Chevy Suburban, Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon and Yukon XL, and Escalade ESV. I have the 2021 Escalade ESV, so I'm just gonna specifically go over the air filter change on this. It's a little bit difficult, but not too hard. I've already covered the oil change in a prior video, and I am also rotating my tires today. Now, you may be wondering why I'm even working on my Cadillac. It's a fancy car. You just take it to the shop and just drop it off, and somebody else will take care of it, and you just throw money at the problem. When you've had something better and then you go to something that's supposedly to be the same or better, and it's not, it really shows. All right, I'll stop. I'll continue the rant at the end of the video if you still want to watch it then. Let's just do the work I need to do on the vehicle now. If you guys are curious anyways, these are huge wheels. It's a 22-inch wheel. It's a 275 wide tire with a 50 sidewall. It's a 7/8 lug nut. There's 6 of them. I'm curious what this thing weighs. I've never taken this off before, so let's find out. I've also never had a vehicle come down this fast. Okay, I am ready to die. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Ow. Oh, fucking. Whew. Whew. Okay. All right. All right. That was rather unpleasant. I haven't removed a wheel this big before. My F-150 Raptor had big tires like this too, but it was a 17-inch rim. It's a 22-inch. I bet this is a lot heavier. Okay, my floor is a little uneven, which makes this a little difficult, but it's about 80 pounds. There you go. Now we know. Look at that giant wheel weight. And then up here, you get a closer look at the humongous air shock. All right, looks good. Let's carry on. Now to tighten this, how many ugga-duggas do I do? Nah, I'm not supposed to do that. I have some common decency. It's my own car. Why would I do that? I'll get one of these things. It's 140 foot-pounds. This one's nice and easy. All set. Kind of hilarious considering my car takes 28 to 54 foot-pounds to tighten. 28. 28 is within spec. And meanwhile, this is 140. Now, of course, this isn't really going to work because the wheel's going to spin. So I'm going to lower the vehicle just low enough to kind of touch the ground a little bit to have some grip. All right, it's that simple. I'm just gonna go do the other wheels now. Ow. Next up, get one of these air filters. I got this ACDelco one. Just OEM stuff. Has a fabric filter kind of glued to it, so I'm gonna leave that alone. You'll need a big number 3 Phillips head screwdriver. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. These are kind of dumb to have to access with a big ass screwdriver. They don't actually have to screw out that far. You just kind of have to pull back on it. Once they're backed out far enough, you can lift this whole cover off. There's some tabs right here that you kind of just have to push this whole thing over that way and lift this whole cover off. There you go.
really not that dirty, but...
Take your new filter, plop it back in. No, one nice thing is this accordion here does make it fairly easy. Reverse what you did to put it back. Tighten the screws back down. There you go. That's how you change the air filter. Fairly easy. Takes like 5 minutes. Next up is your cabin air filter. I got the charcoal-y one, so it's supposed to help with smells. I don't know if the OEM one's like that, but the OEM one does not help with smells. Open your glove box, squeeze in the sides, and that should kind of drop it outside of the hinge here. There's a little cable here. You got to remove that cable from this hook, and then this will allow this glove box to fall down more. Now you have full access underneath here. You can now see that honeycomb cover that's back there. Figure out how to engage that lever on the side. Reaching in here in the back, you put your finger all the way in the back there. You'll feel the back of this little tab. You lift on it and it'll come off. And then you pull this entire piece this way to the left and the whole thing will pop open. Make note of which way it faces. It says down, so I'm assuming the airflow goes from here into there. This does not look like a charcoal filter like the new one is. It's just kind of dirty. So I'm going to get rid of this. This one's a lot heftier. This is a new one, so airflow goes down and you just shove this back inside. Now you do everything in reverse to put everything back. There are two tabs here that kind of slip between these two notches to slide them back in the middle. And there we go, nice and tight. The glove box has these little notches that just hook onto these rods. Pop them on there. Pull the little cable, retraction cable back. That's going to be a little bit tricky on how to put that back actually. And then you just loop it back onto the thing. Easier said than done, right? Nope, I failed. This is a stupid design. I mean, I'm probably doing it wrong, but to be fair, this is still pretty dumb. It's easier to pop this guy out. Let's see. I decided to pop the little guy out. There's like a little nub. You just kind of push on it and pull it out. This way I can hook the cable into here ahead of time. There we go. I have this hooked back up. Put the glove box back in the little hinge holes. Honestly, this might be easier with two people. Okay. I'm going to use the pliers to hold on to it. Tricky part is holding on to it in this stupid spot. So, there we go. Alright, guess it wasn't that bad. Shouldn't be this hard though. Alright, soft open. Perfect. Every freaking time I do an oil change, I can't just not have a mess. So this time I did pretty well. I didn't make any mess doing the actual change, but when I was standing on the box and the top of one of these jugs and it collapsed or something and it fell over, I didn't know that one was leaking. So that one just leaked old oil all over the floor. Of course, like it always happens, I always have a mess to clean up.
That's an easy question to answer. So I've always worked on my own cars. I mean, whether it's fancy or not, whenever I had to. Like, if my vehicle came with some sort of a plan where you could just let somebody else take care of it, sure, I'll use it. I'll take advantage of it. But most of the time I've had weird stuff like that. Nobody really wants to work on that. If they do, they're kind of far away, so it's more convenient for me to do it myself. Plus, when I do it myself, I know what I've done. So I have no one else to blame but myself, because my typical experience is going to a shop. Somebody would go and they would like get oil on my steering wheel. There's like smudges on stuff. They either break things or there's bolts missing. I've had all of those things happen, and I just don't want to deal with that. The worst part about that is, like, yes, you're paying for the service, somebody did it, and it's questionable or whatever, and they just leave a mess for you to clean up anyways. I mean, yes, I can go back and complain, but I don't really want to do that. And what am I going to do? Like, oh, you smudged up my steering wheel, now you gotta, like, I'm going to go complain and have them wipe it off? Like, why? I'm kind of actually just doing my own work on the Cadillac out of principle, because, this is supposedly, like, a nice vehicle. And they're supposed to take care of you. Yeah, look at these additional conveniences you get. You get extended hours, you get shuttle service, you get free coffee, and they perform maintenance on all makes. How is that an additional convenience? They sent me a $20 off coupon, or a gift card, so they call it, but I'm not gonna use this stuff. I bought this vehicle, it's over 100 grand. I mean, that doesn't even matter. This is a luxury vehicle. They don't treat you like a luxury vehicle owner or anything. It's just a Suburban with a fancy dash. My $29,000 Ford Bronco Sport, the cheapo Bronco Sport, it's a base model. Now, some of these things may be a dealer thing, and some of these things may be a vehicle make thing, but that Bronco Sport, I have 3 years of maintenance, like full maintenance, comes with the vehicle. I believe the dealer gave me that. But still, that's the thing, though. I bought a $29,000 car, just some cheapo car, and I get something like that. And they're even providing a loaner. They're actually coming to pick up my vehicle. Like, what is this? That's not what I expected from a Ford vehicle, but my wife had a Lincoln, and that is advertised as the standard thing. Even if you got the cheapo Lincoln, that's just the service that was provided. In the Cadillac, I don't get that. That's not even an option. Funny thing is, I complained about this in one of the surveys, the customer satisfaction surveys, when I had to bring my vehicle in for a warranty issue with my speaker, and what else did it do? Oh yeah, recall. The third row seat belt recall. So when I did that, I complained about how I had to sit in the crappy waiting room. It's like, it's an old waiting room. And they don't provide a loaner car, they don't have anything. Like, you literally have to just sit there and wait. Or you can arrange your own transportation to come and go as you need. Shortly after complaining about that in the comment section of that survey, oddly enough, the service advisor offered, hey, you know what? How about we send someone out to pick up your car? Okay. So I was like, all right, cool. I didn't know that was an option before, but I'll take it. So they came to my house, they picked it up. They sent their roadside assistance van with like one of their younger, like probably service techs, I don't know, some younger guy. And he took my car and off they went. Okay, so now I'm left without a car. Luckily, I have other things to drive, but whatever.